Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So, yep, I did a trip to Vintage Retreat in the middle of Northampton. Just up the road is the police station, so you'll hear a police car, and it was windy, so you'll hear a bit of wind too. But yeah, Vintage Retreat is a huge place. It is a vintage place, so there's lots of clothes, but there's also lots of glass there and lots of 20th century glass. So yeah. This is going to be a multi-parter again. I think looking at the number of bits of video I've got, probably 3 parts. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll hope you wait for the next parts, but let's get on with the video. Hello, I'm back for my third visit to Vintage Retreat. You can see here, it's off Grafton Street in Northampton. You can spot where you're on the right street. See, it's got this yellow elephant. Yeah, so with that said, I haven't actually been and looked around at all. So yeah, and it's been a few months since I've been here, and it's been about 7 months since I filmed. So yeah, let's get on and see how it is. So I'm here by the first store, by the front door, just there. Yeah, these look interesting. What's he got written on them? 5 dishes, £12. Yeah, I think that they have the look of something that's English. I will try and find them. They look very pre-war. They might be post-war though, but I'll try and find those. And we've got these here. These are cute. Yeah. Yeah, these are Bohemian. I'll see if I can try and pin down a maker for these. I might not get an exact, but I know there's a maker that was doing these polka dots. Yeah, we're looking at the glassmusterbutch.de website, and yeah, we're looking at catalogue here for glass export Nový Bor, so from Bohemia or Czech Republic. And it's a 1950s one. They don't know the exact year, but this is the closest I could find to those glasses. And I've seen these things before, and they have the same feel to them. But we've got a few here. There's a couple down at the bottom here with spots on. Can you see? This one's got spots and lines. And then you've got ones up here. See, this one's got spots as well. This one's got a few spots. So you get the idea. This is all cold painted stuff. You could really give it a good scrape with your fingernail and try and get it off. It won't come off easily, but it will eventually come off, or if you stick it in the washing machine, it will eventually. And yeah, these are all made out of soda glass, and they're all quite light, like the glasses we were looking at. So yeah, so I think this is the manufacturer, Nový Bor, and it's from the 1950s. It might be a little bit earlier, a bit later, but this is the general period I'm thinking. This looks very unpoly. I don't have any catalogues for them, so what else? And this, it's like a little mini Kripska £3. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. It's got written on the bottom. Glass bowl, £15. So it's probably from the 70s, 80s, 90s. But it's quite cool. It's not too big. We're looking at the Kripska 1977 catalogue that I've downloaded from the Czech Glass Guide. You can see this is, I think this is very close to the shape we were looking at. And it's got a slightly thicker colour around the edge, like the one we were looking at as. Obviously it's a different colourway, but also, do you remember I said all 70s, 80s, 90s? Unfortunately, let me see if I can find it and bring it up. Yeah, so here it is again in the 1999 catalogue. I think this is the other one sort of like projects a bit more here, but it is pretty much the same bowl, if you can call it a bowl, because it's more like a sculpture. But yeah, I'm pretty certain it's Kripska, but unfortunately my original date estimate of 70s, 80s, 90s looks to be true, unless we can, you know, I get a whole bunch more catalogues and it pins down a colourway and when that colourway existed. Let's go into the next store. What have we got in here? Oh, look at this. What's in this? Yeah, it says check. I think they're probably right. Looks like something Stoz will do. Yeah, I don't recognise this. This might be English. But, yeah, what have they got on that? Yeah, £6. So this is the Sowerby 1954 catalogue that I've downloaded from the 20thcenturyglass.com website. Yeah, because I was failing so hard to find pressed glass on the previous bits of bowls that I was looking at. I thought I would find this one because I had a guess. I thought it would be Sowerby, and it is. This is the bowl. This is one that's not. I think actually that might be on a stand there. No, that's different. This is the bowl anyway. You can see it's drilled, but this one's made into a cake stand, whereas a two-tier cake stand, whereas it's like a one-tier one with a little foot underneath it. So yeah, Sowerby 1954. So I have a catalogue for 1933. I had a look. It's not in there, so I think it is a post-war bowl, that one. And what's this? Ooh. I don't recognise this at all. Kind of looks pre-war. Yeah. What else is here? This looks like it's Medina. Is it signed? No. Still think it's Medina though. Oh, he's got it written Medina on it. Yeah. I agree with that. We'll see. I think we've got a non-Romanian fish. Looks made like a Romanian though, but they always have clear fins. This one doesn't. But yeah, could be wrong. Don't recognise this swan either. I don't even think I've seen it before. So after looking through several hundred glass swans, I can't find that exact one. The head looks like a Whitefriars one. So here's a Whitefriars one here. The head is a bit like this, but the body's wrong. The wings are kind of a bit more blobby with lines down them, and these are like, you can see little pulls emulating the wings on the feathers on the wings on this one. So yeah, it's not the same, just the head looks the same. So yeah, I don't know. I've looked, as I said, at hundreds, and I couldn't find any that are like that one. So yeah, I'm giving up on that one. What's this here? Yeah, don't know. Lots of stuff I don't know. There's bits of art glass I don't know. Looks in Poli. This looks like it's Strathern or Bazaar or somebody. Might be Bazaar and Monart. Yeah, because you see the pontle's been just kind of roughed out. Usually they make a bit more effort than that, but it has just been roughed out. Oh, and this is nice here. I don't know if we can get it properly with the label. That's a Medina bottle. And then we got a Chance Brothers. That's the name of the seller, I think. Oh yeah, Chance. I might be able to get a date for that one. This is the chanceglass.net website. I was going to go and look in the usual couple of books that I go and look in, and then I just thought, I'll just do a quick Google, and I found this website. So I have a new toy reference to play with. or reference toy, don't know how to say. Anyway, I found this. Doesn't give dates. I did look in Miller's 20th Century Glass by Andy McConnell. The date for that vase is 1970. So here it is here. They do, and I don't know what exactly they're saying here, but they said scarce aqualux. So yeah, I think that's what it was. And they're kind of like telling you some are scarce, some not uncommon. Yeah. Whereas I think that is, yeah, I've not seen many of those. So, whereas I have seen quite a few of these blue ones. So yeah, I don't know where they're saying, where they're coming from with what they're saying is scarce and what's not, or what's rare, and what's the difference between scarce and rare. Yeah, I don't know if they know what numbers were made, whether that makes a difference. So it's a bit subjective, that's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, they do have, I'm going to have a play with this and see what's going on. Yeah, looks like a nice little site though. It's got other things in there, so you know, it's not just all one thing. So we'll have a play with that. Sowerby, 1930s. I think they're right. It's really unusual to see the tumblers as well. In fact, I'm not even sure I've seen the tumblers. And they've got 4. Don't know if they were originally 6, but even 4's a lot. Yeah, this is a good stall here. So looking at a Sowerby catalogue we downloaded from 20thcenturyglass.com. It says list 39, so I'm presuming this is from 1939. And here is the jug and glasses that we're looking at. It does seem they sell it in a set of 6. It's a 2550 pattern. Yeah. So what I don't know is, you know, how common these glasses are. So I just had a quick Google, and what I'm seeing is this is probably their most common jug, just from Googling Sowerby jug. Okay, because look at this. Look at this, that's Oxford pattern. Most of them are this 2550. But you're not seeing many with glasses. There's one with glasses, and there is another one with glasses. That one's got 3. I think that's the one. Was that the same one? No, there's a, yeah, that's 3 jugs with glasses we've seen now. 4, oh maybe, yeah. Anyway, we've seen a lot of jugs. Probably looks like about less than 10% of the jugs have glasses. So that's not that common. I've not seen them before anyway. Okay. Another probably pre-war pressed glass vase, little peg feet. Peg feet are kind of like northern continental thing, but yeah, but I don't recognise that at all. Might be Bohemian, and carnival glass. Not as nice as some of the others I've seen. And a weird decanter down here. What's this? Yeah, I don't recognise this at all. Yeah, they know it as well as I do. The seal is not very well done either, so that's not going to help me much. New stall by the reception desk. This is like the one that we just looked at a second ago. It's the same shape, but this little white rim gives it a different emphasis. It's got a different colourway. Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can find that, if that is Kribska. This one here. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, but I don't recognise it. I don't think it is Kribska. Is anything written underneath? No. It feels a bit like pressed. No, I don't think it is pressed. I don't know. Yeah, don't recognise the fish either. It's quite nice. This price is okay for something that nice. And yeah, more of this kind of art glass. I'm not genius at this. But yeah, let's move on. Yeah, I don't recognise these. I think they're French. I've seen them before. Yes. Yeah, you can't even read. There's something written on it. Although it might not be French because the ones I normally see have got French cars on. These are English. Let me just see if there's something indistinct written underneath. Let's see if any of them really come out any better. And the answer is no. So, yeah. These might be Dima. Just have that feel about them. The fact that Dima copied this pattern here from Stratford rings. But yeah, I don't think I can probably pin those down any tighter. I tried really hard to try and track down these car glasses. I found quite a few for sale with the same transfer print, so it doesn't have to be the same shape as long as they have the same transfer print. Yeah, so there's one. I think these are the same shape with the same transfer print. This is a different shape. Another shape here. Oh, hang on, let me press here. See them? Oh no, I've gone the wrong way there. Yeah, look, there's a whole bunch of them there. A whole bunch of them there. These are the same ones here. And the answer is nobody knows. Nobody knows what they're selling. I was hoping there'd be some bright spark out there. Could tell me. There's even someone that's saying they're French, but they actually spell France wrong. So they call it French. So yeah, I'm not even trusting that. So yeah, it's really painful. But and I even did searches for the jug by shape. I put through, looked for shapes from Luminarc, Arca-Rock, Durand, who are the big French makers, for Ravenhead, and for Dima, who were big UK press glass makers at that time. Yeah, no luck. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find a box somewhere. It will appear, I'm sure. And it probably not even tell me anything when it does appear, but anyway, we can live in hope. Things here. This looks like American Carnival glass. I've got some American Carnival glass books, so I am going to try and find this, what's known as a swung vase, where it's pulled at the top like this. The website I'm using here is ddotty.com, David Dottie's Carnival Glass website. And I have to tell you, this website is genius, and I'm going to show you why in a little while. But yeah, I did find it. It's a Duggan Diamond pull loop. The only problem with this is that there's no dates. So, but we do know this is what that vase is. So that's something. And let me show you why. I'm going to step back and show you how I found this. So, vases, loop, swirls, drapes. We saw that had some swirls on it. Let me go back even further. Yeah. I go back. So here we are. It's got these different categories on it. I just had a look at these, what it's got. Photo ID patterns. I saw vases by motif. I knew the one that we had got ribs with these kind of like loops on it. So click that. And you've got all of this. So all these different vases. This one. Loop swirls drapes. Had a look at these that they've got. Thought it looked like this one. Notice I haven't gone anywhere else here. I've just gone straight to the bits. And there it is. It's more of a peach colour. Bit not quite this kind of peachy, but yeah. Anyway, this is what we were looking at. It's got these ribs. It's got these loops like this. And then at the top, the rib sticks up, and then this bit in between sticks up. So this is the right vase. Yeah, this is a really good website for carnival glass. Yeah, excellent. But what I think is interesting is these. Okay, I recognize these. These are Ravenhead. I think this shape is called Chunkies. They're Alexander Hardy Williamson pattern. Yeah, that's cool. I've never seen that pattern before, but I'm pretty certain that shape is the Chunkies. So yeah, remember there are thousands of patterns, or what, there's 1700 patterns. The book we're looking at here is Miller's 20th Century Glass, and by Andy McConnell, and this is a section for Ravenhead. And this is the section also that's designed by Alexander Hardy Williamson. And the glass that we're interested in here is this one. So I think I said chubby, but it was actually a chunky. Chunkies have fatter bottoms. Yeah. Anyway, this is what it is. There were 1700 designs, and even then they did the different designs in different colors. So yeah, there's probably, you know, thousands of combinations of design and color. So especially as a lot of them, they're 3-color ones as well, so they're going to mix and match those as well. And no, like I've seen this one in another color. So anyway, let's get moving. Sowerby uranium glass. So he's got a question mark on there, and I'll try and work that out for him. Yeah, that is nice, and I bet it does shine in the dark. So we're looking at the 20th Century Glass website. I found the vase that we were looking at. It's this one here. It's quite a nice looking vase. This is it in frosted. This is the only version that they were selling, which makes me think it's not very common. So it's by Bagley, 1930s. He's got a patent number here, 2832. So yeah, I did do a quick Google search on the image to see what else was out there, and what I found is that actually it has a frog to go with it. I think the one we're looking at didn't have one, and then it comes in fact that's the one we were just looking at, the frosted one, but then it comes in clear uranium green, clear glass in total, you've got blue, then you've got this, don't know what, lilac-y colour, don't know what you call that. So yeah, there's not dozens of them. Most of them are clear, I think. Look, there's a frosted one with the frog in it, or they put the frog in upside down. But anyway, so there you go. It's a Bagley Salisbury vase from the 1930s. Yeah, I don't know if these are Ravenhead or not. They might be. Don't recognise this jug either. What else is here? Yeah, I reckon that's Davidson as well. That's quite nice. I've not seen that before. And there was some stuff down here. Did I see? Oh look, Sowerby jug. What's this one here? There's a nice dish down the bottom here. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, so Sowerby do a plate like this, but it does. Can you see this extra flange here? It doesn't have this. So this is Stozzle. This is Czech from the 1930s. Yeah, I'll look that up. That's quite a nice handy plate. And you can tell it's kind of like better quality pressed glass because they've actually
polished the base where it sits flat. It's not actually, that's not just pressed, that's actually polished. Let me get it back. Let me put this off.
I'll pop straight back to the 20th Century Glass website to look for this. Here's the plate here. It's not a very good view of it, and you can see this one has a frosted section and a clear section. So I noticed that everything in this pattern is called 192. There's different numbers depending on the shape. I did a search for that. Let's see if that's going to come back. Yeah, here we go. So within this shape, this 192, there's like 49, 50, blah 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 blah. The numbers go on, but you've got vases with little fins on, different colours. Then you've got the bowls, which are 50. And you've got a wider bowl, and you can see this bowl is completely clear, and you've got one with the frosted section in it. This frosted, and you've got the different colours here, and then you've got a different vase. So you've got a fatter bowl, wider vase, a jug, creamer jug, another bowl with legs on. Yeah, there's lots of things here. Another bowl, a really wide one, and then what else have we got? A service there, but with no plate, small bowls, and that's it. So I thought, yeah, no plates. I did a Google search for the plates, okay, so, and there was only one that came up, which was for sale on Etsy for £30. Now Etsy's top price, so yeah, you can take that with a pinch of salt, but this one's amber, and the one we were looking at is blue, which generally blue is a better color. It's a more desirable color. So yeah, and in the pictures, what's nice is you can see this. You can see the little flange I was telling you about, the extra piece. Yeah, if it's got this, it's not Sowerby. I think it's slightly more deco-y than Sowerby. The Sowerby one's a bit softer, but anyway, and it's got a bit of damage as well. Yeah, no, I don't think mine, the one I was looking at just now, didn't look scuffed at all. So that is making it look expensive. Anyway, so there you go. It's Stozzle 1930s.
This little cubby hole always has a bit of glass. It all seems to have changed though. Everything's moved around. Got some Caithness here. You can see these stripes. This is very, I think I was called them swooshes before. It's very Caithnessy type thing. Yeah, I'm pretty certain they're all Caithness. Yeah, I don't know about this one. This might be someone else. But I think all the other 5 are all Caithness. See if I can rustle up any pictures of any of them. I think that one's Caithness as well. You can see it's got the same swooshy stripe pattern as this one down here.
Again, I'm back with the 20th Century Glass website. I thought, yeah, give them a go. I've never looked at Caithness in this website before. There isn't a lot. I've never seen these vases before. You see quite a lot of these with this snowstorm effect swirling, and then you've got another one there, but then you've got these ones with the swooshes, and he's got 3 basic colours here: black and white, yellow, green and blue, and then you've got this pink and white one. And then we saw a few variations. Yeah, these, I did actually do a search. I think it's this page. No, not that one, this one. Yeah, so if you look, the ones with the swooshes are not that uncommon. I think the snowstormy ones might be a bit more common. Yeah, there's a lot more. And then you've got these swooshes. That's an unusual one. Knobbly, swooshy one. But you get the idea. And the swooshes seem to vary a bit. If you look at this one here is multicolored, but the black and white ones tend to be very tight and a bit, you know, more defined, I think is the word I'm looking for. They don't look like them. Some of them are making a lot of money. I don't know whether they're really making a lot of money, but yeah, there is so much of it because it's recent. There is a lot of it on the market at the moment. I'm seeing it everywhere. But anyway, yeah, it does look like there's a few rarer ones like this and this, which are more art. Well, these are kind of art glassy, but they made a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't recognise any of these. This is quite cute. Yeah, it's very machine made, but it's that's Art Nouveau. It's probably late 1920s at the latest, maybe as early as 1890s, 1900s, something like that. That I would go as 1900 as a date for it. That's quite nice. Look at this, more case, more of these pink. Oh look, there's one with a label. There you go. Yeah, I'm getting good at this. Yeah, I don't recognise this one here though. So look, it's heavy. Yeah, it's a completely different thing. And look, can you just see the edge of the base there? It's rough. It might mean it's Chinese. I know a lot of Chinese glass has rough bases like that. And you've got a bunch of other stuff. This is strange. I'm not sure those were originally together. They kind of look okay, but not to my eye quite, but I don't think most people would know. Ooh. This looks like it looks like something Wedgwood would do, or maybe even Whitefriars. I'm going to see if I can find this. This is quite an interesting pattern. Yeah, none of the other stuff. More Caithness. Yeah, I don't recognise these. They're cased. I can see that. Let's see if I can. Only £12. That's quite for something this big. It's white on the inside. How's the base look? Yeah, there's nothing. There's no pontil mark or anything. Yeah, let's see if I can get it back in without destroying it. There we go, very carefully. And there we go, nice Sauber uranium jug. Let's see if I can get see if this is a pre-war or post-war design. I think this is made by IKEA. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. They did them in lots of different colours. You have to be careful because other people were doing similar things, but I think this is an IKEA one. So of them, what was the price again there? £9.99, that's okay. It is lead crystal. So I'm back looking at Miller's 20th Century Glass, and this one here. Yeah, this is the IKEA one. And I think it is this one. And I know it comes in different collections. There was someone collecting these to make an art installation out of them, and they had, I don't know, at least half a dozen different colours, and they probably had about 20 or 30 of these to make a sort of giant scale pattern with them. So yeah, I think it's an IKEA one. I don't know how much that costs. Let's have a look. So I did a quick Google to see if I could find any for sale. Wasn't very lucky. I did find 3 that are on Pinterest. All I did was put in IKEA glass bowl. Unfortunately, IKEA sell a lot of glass bowls of different kinds. And this design, if it's in that book is over 20 years old, so it's probably well out of production. But here we go. There's an amber one,
There's a green one or turquoisey one that's similar to the one we're looking at. I think it's the same color, and there's a blue one. So yeah, I think we're on fairly safe ground saying that it's IKEA when you've got 3 different coloured ones here. Yeah, I don't recognise this at all, or this. Oh, so this looks better than it is. If you look, it looks like it's case glass, but what I can see here, at the edge, look at my finger, can you see it's peeling off? So it's just like a stain or something that's in there. So it's not case glass. It's probably Chinese or something, and they've just sprayed the inside with colour, and then it's starting to peel away. So yeah, it doesn't sound very lead crystal either. Look at this here. It's a frigger. I don't think it's as old as they're saying it is, but I now have a book on Nailsea glass. I can try and pin this a bit more tightly and see what my book says. It's not 1780. The glass is too clean, too nice. Don't think, not even sure they were doing much of that colour then. In fact, I'm not even sure they were doing friggers then. What else is here? This book is Nailsea Glass by Keith Vincent. So this is a new book that I got recently, very cheap. And yeah, there's lots of pictures of Nailsea pipes in, but yeah, but no dates. Yeah. Not very good. So this is like a whole collection over here. No dates. No dates. And there's a few others in this book, but no dates. So, in fact, there's not much dates in this book. Full stop, I don't think. So, yeah. Currently not recommended. I need to try and use this a few more times to see whether it's a no date book or not. But I go online. So I went online, did myself a little search for Nailsea pipe, and this one here popped up, which looks very like the one that we were looking at. Do a quick look in here. Here it is. It was on eBay. It's not there anymore, so I don't know how much it was being sold for, but that looks very like the one we're looking at, and they've got a date here, 1840 to 1900, which is more like what I would be thinking, that they're Victorian. I did have a look on eBay to see if any were for sale. Just this one, which is a very different looking beast. Looks like it might have the end of the pipe broken off there, but it is a nice patterned one with this pulled pattern here. But yeah, they want £25 for it, and they're saying it's Victorian. It's 37 centimeters long, so it's like about 15 inches long, so it's quite a bit of it there, even if a bit of it's missing. But yeah, they're still saying it's Victorian. I've seen some other people saying it's Victorian in here as well. So yeah, I haven't got any proper references. Victorian is the best I can do, really. Looking around. Oh, nice. Looks like 50s service here. Table set. But anyway, forget that. Nice. Looks like a complete table service. I don't recognise this one, so it might not be English. Don't recognise it at all, in fact. I'm going to trail through the Trinkers set website and see if I can find it. So I'm on the Glass Trinket Sets website, and yep, I did start ploughing through like I promised, and I found it. It's a Century, which is a company I've not really seen before. 484 Margaret, and here it is. It comes in 5 or 7 pieces. The one we're looking at was 5. The difference is like it looks like 7 pieces has 2 of these ones, little pots here, and 2 of these, and the one we looked at only had 1 of each of the big pot, 2 small pot, and dish. So yeah, and what else? And the dates is 1950s. Yeah, so I think that's what we're looking at. What colours? Is it different colours? Yes. Looks like we've got pink and green and clear. I've not seen it before. It doesn't look familiar at all. So Century is probably not a big company because I've never heard of that either. So yeah, not common. This Aventurine Murano glass. Aventurine is the sparkles that they put in the glass to give this shiny effect. But I had a look underneath. What did I find? Yeah, it is. And I'm going to look these people up. It's funny that they're calling it Aventurine, and that's what they call this sparkly stuff. See if I can make it not fall over with this flag in, because that would be a disaster. There, rest him on there. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to try and look this company up. So I googled Aventurina Murano, just like it said on the bottle, on the little bottle, yeah, or vase, with the 2 V's, just like it is. This popped up, which shows that I wasn't talking complete bullshit. Excuse my French. Aventurine is a form of quartz characterized by its translucency with the presence of platy mineral inclusions to give it a shimmery or glittering effect, termed aventurescence. Right. So I then saw this Aventurine Murano glass technique. So you click on this and it doesn't come out as a separate company. It comes out as this, as part of the Glass of Venice. This is a site we've looked at before. You can see there's a whole bunch of the glass with the sparklies in it. Yeah, and it's not telling me there is a company. I don't know. I'm going to dig a little bit more, but it seems to be saying it's a technique as opposed to a specific company. But I will dig a little bit more. If you don't hear any more on this, it means I didn't get anywhere. Just found something unusual. Normally I'd go, oh yeah, Chance Brothers, blah blah blah. Although I don't recognise this pattern at all. And then it's got a different label on, so it's not Chance Brothers. It says Nay Filigrane Glass, and glass with 1 S, which, yeah, that needs a Google, because I've never seen this pattern before. I would have just guessed it was a variation on the Chance Brothers plates that you see quite a lot of. So I did a Google. I came to this Etsy little description here. I think this is the best description I've found so far. Hey, filigrane glass, 1950s, and it's West Germany. So never seen these before. If we go back, go to images, you can see, yeah, it looks like, and there's our dish that we were looking at. Quite a few of these are labelled, but it does look a lot like the Chance Brothers stuff. I'm going to try and burn some of this into my brain a little bit. so that I can spot it out. I'm sure this one that we were looking at just a second ago, this one here, I've seen this one here before, and I think I've said it was Chance Brothers, but I thought it was like a variation on Swirl. I think I saw it at Click Antiques. Yeah, anyway, yeah, just shows you learning all the time. This is just another class of glass that's out there, out to trick you and fool you, because the technique that it's made with is the same as the one that Chance Brothers uses for their glass. What else is here? Bit of Pyrex. There's another bit down here. What I'm going to do, I have a bit of Pyrex in one of my books, and I'll see if these patterns are in there. And there we go. Nice Padura Niagara basket. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's what it is. Normally they have little feet on them. This one doesn't, but you can see it doesn't have a pontle mark. Yeah, so that one's a bit different in that it doesn't have feet on it, but the look of it and everything, and the little blibble makes me think that's what it is. And then, yeah, these were here last time. I think they're Bohemian, probably post-war. The book I'm looking at here is 20th Century Glass by Charles Hajdemach. And yeah, you knew I was going to succumb eventually to trying to look up some Pyrex. And yeah, so this is the pattern we were looking at. It's called Snowflake, but I think this is the exact thing. It says it's from the 1950s. So yeah, how long they made it for, I don't know. But if I go over the page, there is this pattern. And this one's called Matchmaker, and that's what we saw on the bowl. And this one is from the 70s, early 70s it says. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. This pattern was introduced in the 1960s. So, and that always looked like a fairly standard bowl, I presume. Yeah, that's probably from the 1960s, or at least the pattern was with that shape was probably from the 1960s. How long they made it for, I've seen these around a lot. I've seen them in people's houses. I don't know if my mum's got any. Anyway, yeah, there it is. Matchmaker and Snowflake. I will keep looking. So, wrapping this up, as you can see, I've started to look up Pyrex. This is my initiative to know everything. In 10 years' time, if I can even remember what my name is in 10 years' time, I will know everything. Yeah, you'll be able to look at that pointer and just say, yeah, it's that, with pure authority. Anyway, yeah, I would say go to Vincent's Retreat. It's a good place if you're in Northampton. It's close to the town centre. Parking sometimes a little bit awkward, but yeah, you can just hover around a little bit. But yeah, it is a good place because it's so big, and yeah, there's lots to see, and unexpected things. I've bought unexpected things there before as well. And yeah, so with that said, all the references that I've used will be in the description below, as well as the address and links for Vintage Retreat. And yes, and that's it. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, because I need those subscribers really badly. Yeah. And so good night.